Hello and welcome back. Today is Tuesday, June 26th, and this is episode 49 of NooBTooB, a weekly independent podcast. We're very, very busy shooting fucking zombies. Oh, behind you! Oh, gotcha, bitch! Oh, he's got us! Oh, fuck!
That game is tiring.
I know. Alright, I'm Tobin and Yuzo.
I'm Yuzo Watanabe. This week we cover Resident Evil 4 on the Wii.
Hell yeah.
Of course, Band of Bugs on Xbox Live Arcade, and Transformers Decepticons on the DS.
Because fuck the Autobots.
Dude, I like Bumblebee.
You're a wuss. New releases include Overlord on the 360, The Darkness on everything, Pokemon Battle Revolution on the Wii, and a couple others.
Yes, I choose you.
I choose not to play that shitty game.
And as always, we'll finish up with our site news, community sections, and culture. But let's get started with our featured game, Resident Evil 4 on the Wii by Capcom.
I don't know why.
Is this supposed to be like our TIE fighter coming out of the swamps?
Yeah, I don't know why I started singing Star Wars.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
You know, anything with the Force.
Yes. Hey, we're back to our box wine.
Back to the box wine.
Back to the box wine. So
Some
no more
people missed
Chuck.
it.
Yeah, you know. Gotta give mad props. Plus, we spent a lot of money on it. It's gonna go bad if we don't finish
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We finished our $1 worth of $2 Chuck last week. So.
Man, just such a waste, dude.
Yeah.
Such a waste.
Oh, it's a shame.
Oh, $1 worth of wine just down the drain. But hey, so this is first game is Resident Evil 4
Hell
on the
yeah.
Wii. Did you ever play any of the other ones?
I played the hell out of Resident Evil 1. And I think I tried Resident Evil 2 and I got kind of bored with it.
Yeah, I kind of stopped after 2 as well. But 4 I never played. Like it was on the GameCube, it was on the PS2.
Yeah,
It's been there for a while, and I'm like, I should play this game. Everybody's saying how amazing it is, but I never got around to it.
But we waited for the right time, man.
think you're
Because
right.
like aiming, are you kidding me? Aiming
Yes.
like this makes the whole thing worthwhile.
Well, I like the fact that you're using the standard the nunchuck part to control, and
Yeah.
like a bunch of other games have done it, but they haven't done it right. Like
Absolutely.
not really amazing. But this one, I'm going, and all of a sudden, you break out the knife, and that's the best part. You just hold down a button, and you like start swinging, like quack, 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 quack. Blood splaying everywhere. It's amazing. I love
awesome.
the controls.
And there's some really really nice kind of visceral moments in the game
There's
where
a
it's just
ton.
There's a couple times. I mean, it's random, but occasionally you go and you get a headshot on someone. Boom! Their fucking head blows
I love
off,
it.
and it's
I
just
love
like
it.
this fountain of blood.
My favorite part is getting the shotgun. You blow somebody's head off, and they're like,
Yeah, they keep coming.
Keep coming after you. It's
Can they hurt
amazing.
you?
No.
I always run away. Like they're like coming at me. I'm like, you stay away, you fucker.
Yeah, chop on the head off a chicken.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be able to do much to aliens.
And also, like sometimes they'll grab you and you shake the Wiimote,
Yes.
and then you kick their fucking head off.
I love it.
Oh.
I love it. So one of the things that I thought was kind of interesting how they made it so, you didn't really have a lot of bullets, you didn't really have a lot of different stuff, but there's a thing where you can do where you use the pistol and you shoot him in the head and they're like, whoa, right?
Yeah.
You run up to him and it says kick.
Yeah.
You kick them and they go over there and they fall on the ground, then you break out your knife and go, wow, wow, wow. So you
Just
kill one guy with one
slash 'em.
bullet. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's
I love
very
it.
cool.
I did that all the time.
That doesn't work in groups though. You're
No.
screwed if
Well,
there's like a bunch of dudes around.
If you can do the kick part right, you'll kick them and everybody else.
into them. Yeah.
But you're right, it's a little hard. And if that chainsaw guy with a bag over his head comes, forget it. Break out your grenades.
One
your
hit, one
shotgun.
kill.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's like,
this one guy has a chainsaw. He
What's
can
his
run
name?
up to you.
Got a chainsaw guy with a bag on
I know,
head, yeah.
Guy I didn't want to talk to. He's like, hey, I'm Jim. Fuck you! But yeah,
awesome.
it's like Gears of War.
Yeah,
so he was
you're
just
right.
like, I couldn't believe I was playing. My brother was hanging out, and we were playing. We played through. We kept switching off. And we get to the chainsaw guy, and I'm like, he came up. I thought he was going to grab me.
you're like shooting him.
Bzz, my head falls off. Game over.
What are you going to do?
I was like, wow, this game just got harder.
Yeah, a little bit, right around that point. But, I think it wasn't as frustrating as I thought it could be. Because
No.
the save points are really often. And not only that, but I think there's even points that aren't save points, but you get to continue back to. Like when you go into an area, I think you start back there, which I thought was really nice, especially for the... the points where there's like an action sequence? You're walking down, and you see like a little canyon, you're like, all right... Some guy's going to be pushing a boulder after me, because that happened twice, right? And then you go, and then you die, because you didn't know what the hell you're supposed to do. But it started right at the beginning, which I loved.
That's very nice.
Because imagine if you lost like 20 minutes. Like, you would put the game away.
That was really, really smart of them, because if they did it the kind of the way that JRPGs do it a lot, where it's your save point is the last time you saved, period.
Yeah.
If you played for 3 hours... you've lost those 3 hours, unfriendly, whatever. But this is like, it's very much of, you got to this part, we'll let you keep that.
Yeah, I don't think there was any point where I got really pissed off because I lost a little time, which I think was a really good method.
The only thing that did bug me a little bit was the control scheme where there was no such thing as like strafing with the gun out.
Yeah,
so I would have this thing happen a lot where I'd go into aiming mode and I'd kind of freak out and want to shoot people, and then I start moving,
and it would just basically,
and you're just like, you're staring at the floor, and you know there's a dude with a thing. He's like coming at you.
I'm just like, shoes. You're like,
it's like, I'm looking at my shoelaces.
Yeah.
Like,
I did that for about the first half hour until I figured it out. Right, I'd see a guy, I would immediately do that, and I'd look at my shoes.
Yeah,
and I'd die.
Yeah. So I mean, it gets better, but there's still moments that I'll panic, and then like fucking like right when I need to not be doing that.
Are you sure you weren't just presenting your brain for him?
Just
like, here
have
you go.
a snack. It is very small. Did you get the rifle?
Oh, I got the rifle.
So,
the rifle's nice.
Your inventory is not all that big in this game.
Well, it's
so
like Diablo, right? Yeah. I mean, you have the cabinet, and you have all those squares, and each one takes like 8 squares, 6 squares. You have to choose. Yeah. I don't know if I like that so much.
Yeah, I mean, a little nod to realism. You can't dock him too much.
No, not for realism. I with my cabinet or whatever, my attaché case, I can hold a rifle, a shotgun, 8 grenades, 5 billion herbs. I don't know what the hell herbs are doing.
I'm just saying they had a limit. I can see that a little bit of a limit. But yeah, it's frustrating. But you get to this part where it's like this guy's selling a rifle, and I'm looking at my inventory. I'm like, dude, my inventory's full, but I want that rifle.
You just sell everything?
I was like throwing stuff away, and I was like using herbs. I was trying to combine shit because I don't know that whole combining thing.
Well, I like the combining thing because you get the green, the red, and the yellow. I haven't figured out what happens when you mix all 3 together.
I mixed it and ate it. Nothing really happened.
Because when you get the green and the yellow, you get the increase of your max health. That's really nice.
That.
Yeah. Well, it tells you.
Oh,
it says, you look at the
words.
They examine? No, nothing.
No.
All right, fine.
They always have that in games. I don't use it.
Really?
Yeah.
It has lots of very pertinent information, I think.
I guess it's there for a reason.
Yes.
But yeah, the rifle, man. So like, I got the rifle and the scope, and then there's a couple. I got the scope, but there's a couple parts where it's like there's a little V through the rock, and there's a bunch of dudes just hanging out there, and like, you zoom in, it's like you just see their big zombie face, like boom. Oh, that felt good. Anything with a sniper rifle, you got me.
Yeah, but I didn't really find the need for it because like a lot of times I'd kill them, but even when I got in there, there'd still be 50 guys coming after me. I had to break out the shotgun or the grenade or whatever. You know what
shotgun
I mean?
Was unstoppable. That thing was amazing.
I need more
take
shells.
Out like 7 dudes.
Yeah, I kept on ringing out shells for that.
Me too.
How far did you get?
Let's see. I got to the place where they captured me, and I got to the chick. But I didn't rescue her yet.
Okay, so I rescued her, and that's where I stopped.
Okay.
I haven't played much.
We're like trying to rescue her right now.
Yeah, but so far, I mean, I'm
loving it.
It's a really well-designed game. You know what I mean? I mean, the puzzles are really well done. The animations and the cutscenes were really good.
Yeah,
I mean,
it feels really tight.
I can't think of anything bad to say about this game at all, other than the fact that people that played it earlier are missing out because they're going to miss out on the great controls.
Right, and other than the fact that it looks like a PS2 game.
But it looks pretty good for a what do they call a natural Wii game? Remember how we always complain when they go natural?
Absolutely.
It looks pretty good for
what
a Wii
it
game.
is. For what it is, it looks good. I'm just saying, like, if you start to get spoiled by next-gen graphics and you think that the Wii is next-gen, it is not.
No, it is not.
But it doesn't look bad. It just looks like...
It doesn't look bad so that it gets in the way.
Right.
Like a lot of other games, you're like, oh, that looks ugly, I want to stop playing.
Right.
But this isn't the feeling.
I was showing it to my buddy who played Gears, for example, and he looked at it, he's like, wow, that looks kind of old-fashioned.
That's not a fair comparison.
Well, no, but I mean, he's seen next-gen games, right? So he was just looking at it, he's like, wow, that looks kind of crappy. I was like, give it a moment, and you kind of forget about it.
Yeah, you're right, you're forgetting. That's what I mean, the gameplay, everything, and you can't complain about the price at all, man. For $30.
So, thumbs up.
Hell, big thumbs up.
Yep. Next up,
DS, Transformers, more than meets the eye.
So I picked this up. It's kind of interesting. So they
what is, I heard it's GTA like.
It is kind of GTA like. Well, actually, that's not true. Well, okay.
So missions and shit.
So there's missions. It's open world. The transforming is kind of nice. Like you're a robot and you can run up to cars and scan them.
Oh.
And get their shape.
Oh, so it's not even you're stuck with being a beetle or something like that.
You don't have to be that truck. You can scan stuff and then like switch between it. So you can
not how
switch.
my toys worked.
No. I wish.
Yeah, I know.
It's like Lamborghini. But yeah, it's just like you're in fighting mode or shooting mode or car mode.
And so there's like a racing game or driving game portion of it. Okay.
And for what it is, for a 3D game on the DS, it's better than most that I've seen.
But it still kind of sucks.
It still kind of sucks.
Okay.
But, I mean, they got the physics down really nice. Like, jumping feels very Crackdown-y.
So
like,
what
it's like, boom.
Is it mission-based? Like, what is it? Is it levels? Like, what are you doing?
It's mission-based. Like, they'll give you missions where they're like, go over here, and there's a dot on your map, and you go there, and then, like, cause enough damage that the Autobots attack you, and you go and you pick up cars and throw them and smash shit, and the Autobots show up.
You're doing evil. You're doing bad. Okay, I got you.
And it's GTA-like in that if you start causing damage, your stars go up, just like in GTA.
Autobot stars.
And then human police start showing up, so you're fighting Autobots.
Cares?
Well...
You're a freaking Transformer. Who the hell cares about these?
Well, I mean, the cop cars show up. They're just in cop cars, and somehow they're hurting you. But it is kind of cool because you can just pick up a cop car and throw it at an Autobot, and it's like...
Nice.
And you can pick up Autobots over your head, and they're like flailing around and stuff.
So there's a wrestling game mixed in too. So it sounds like they got kind of like 5 different genres, just like most licensed games.
Yeah.
But it's not terrible.
Yeah.
But not super great.
It just, I mean...
Like what? Like mediocre? What?
Yeah, it's mediocre. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like the graphics look kind of... cheapy, because it's the whole thing with, like we just said, with realism on these platforms, the Nintendo platform, and this one is one where it doesn't do it too well. It looks like, you remember 4D boxing? Where it's like the dudes were like these polygons.
It's like wireframes.
Yeah. But it means like they're very polygony. The things are just kind of like very angular.
So they don't look anything like Michael Bay Transformers.
Well, Michael Bay's Transformers are all angular now.
Well, that's what I mean, but I mean, they don't look like as good as...
No, they don't look as good. But I mean, it's that new form. Like, this is not what Transformers used to look like.
Well, the weird Michael Bay Transformers, they're like almost organic. It's weird.
Yeah, they look almost like crystalline. Like these kind of very...
Which is weird. I mean, I'm still, on the fence about that. But
I'll still be there opening fucking night,
I'm going to be there the day before.
Oh, wait, I won't be there opening night.
I know.
Fuck, I'll be in Europe!
Dude, Europeans don't love Transformers, man.
I know. I heard that it doesn't open until end of July globally, so I can't watch it till I get back.
14th, dude. So I'll make sure to ruin everything for you by sending email about all the spoilers.
Yeah.
So iPod turns into a Transformer. 360 turns into a Transformer.
So I'm going to go ahead and say thumbs down.
Yep. Licensed game, what do you really expect?
Yeah, exactly. But they tried. They did better than many.
Yeah, and most licensed game we go, yeah. This one's kind of
it's still not that good.
Speaking of a game I like to give a pretty big thumbs down to is Tabula Rasa.
Now, what is that?
So Tabula Rasa is a new MMO set in the sci-fi milieu, right? And but the cool thing is it's made by Richard Garriott.
Who's that?
So he's Lord British. Ultima Online.
Wow.
So yeah, he hasn't done.
What's he done since Ultima Online?
Ultima Online.
This game, Tabula Rasa.
Yeah, so Tabula Rasa, it's like Richard Garriott's Tabula Rasa. So he apparently has a big, deal with it. I don't know. I don't think he needs the cash because he has a castle in Texas.
Yeah, nice.
Right, and so he's tooling around and he's kind of making this thing and. I just felt bored. You know what I mean? I'm playing the game.
So what's it like?
So it's kind of a an MMO. You are guys. You're killing instead of killing rats, you're killing mutated animals.
So what's the time period?
I don't know.
Unclear.
Future, separate planet, other planets. So basically, you were on Earth. A bunch of aliens came and ruined everything, and you found some jump gates. And then you went to these other planets, and then you're gonna stage a comeback. And go kill them, right? And of course, they have the really overused.
You can't. How do you stage a comeback in an MMO though?
Well, I don't know. Everything you fight is these bad guys.
Yeah.
So some of the way they did things was really weird. So when you fight these bad guys, they don't spawn. Like when you go to the spawning point, a big ship flies over, teleports these guys down, and then they appear.
Whoa.
But it's like all the time. I didn't get that far. So I was like outside of town saying, you need to collect 8 hearts of these Raz or whatever, Raz Ghul.
So just constantly dudes beaming down?
Well, it's like in this one spot, because until you go there. So I'm going there, I'm like, oh, hey, cool. And then like the 8th time that happens, I'm like, this is a little stupid.
Wow.
The first time was really cool, right?
That's what bugs me about these MMOs, right? Like, in theory, this is 24 hours a day, a bunch of dudes beaming down to this single spot, milling around, because it's not like they're attacking the town, right?
No, they just go down, and there's guards there that kill them if you don't kill them.
Yeah, see, this is my whole thing with MMOs. It's just, you're churning. Yeah. It's just a churn fest. Like, I want to feel like I'm doing something.
And that's what this felt like. So there was nothing really new. You know what I mean? There was like a lot of new skills. They had what they call a branching system. So you start out, you don't pick a class.
Okay.
You start out, you are you, and you can either pick a soldier or a magic user type whatever, thing user in each of those branch and each of those branch. So you can specialize, and that's how you do your skills, which is kind of neat.
That's kind of cool.
But it played really crappy. The graphics were so. It wasn't as good as WoW. So if you're not going to be as good as WoW,
that's the bar.
Yeah, that's the bar. And if you're not better than WoW, forget it. And not only that,
or different enough that it's okay. One of these,
like City of Heroes.
City of Heroes, or Anarchy Online, like some sort of thing.
Well,
I'm sorry.
That was terrible.
Crap. Eve. Sorry.
Eve Online, yes.
Where it's so vastly different that it's okay.
Puzzle Pirates, any of those things. And this one, they were just trying too hard to be like WoW in space.
Yeah.
Just like Anarchy Online, and this reminds me of Anarchy Online so much, where you're in this kind of the sterile sci-fi environment, and you pick up these laser blaster Mark II. You pick up motor armor. I'm just like, I need sword and sorcery.
Yeah.
I don't think I can ever play. I'm kind of worried about Mass Effect.
I think I can get behind
me too. Yeah, I think they'll do a good job.
The sci-fi stuff.
But in general, generic sci-fi that aren't tied to a Star Wars or.
Yeah, I'm just so sick of swords and sorcery. I just can't.
Really?
Oh God, it's just.
Well, what about Overlord? That's sword and sorcery. You gonna like that? You like the theme?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I'm just saying for MMOs. I'm saying the swords and sorcery.
Yeah, but you're tired of MMOs in general, aren't you?
Yeah, but the ones that I've played a little bit recently. I mean, I'm just saying the sci-fi ones interest me more. Yeah,
interesting. Okay, well, you should give this a try because Oh, by the way, Omega 2K1 was 2K.
2K 1.5.
1.5. He was kind enough to let us borrow his account, and we gave it a try. So
So thanks for letting us borrow your account while we shit on the game.
Yeah, it was a beta too, so you can't really you take it with a grain of salt. They might improve it in the next few months.
Yeah, but nothing really set it aside.
No, not at all.
And then Band of Bugs.
Band of Bugs. It is an Xbox Live Arcade game. And what would you, in a few words, what would you coin it?
It is XCOM with bugs.
Yeah, I would say it's Final Fantasy Tactics with bugs.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's pretty well done. There's this...
It's done by Ninja Bee, who did, what was that one? Cloning Clyde. I think they did that one.
I would say that Cloning Clyde was better than this. I actually really like Cloning Clyde.
I wanted to like this game a lot just because it's been a while since you had a kind of this tactical thing, but they didn't really add anything that much new. They added a story kind of to it a bit, and you get different things, but it was kind of hard. Yeah, that's the other thing. You play the demo, you play and I had to try them over a few times.
I could tell right away that I wasn't going to play this game because it's just one of these things where I don't like the whole element of move forward 3 spaces and then try and turn to the left and leave yourself aligned the right way.
But you liked XCOM, and that was,
sure,
that was all that was
I
about.
was 12.
Oh, so you're saying you've grown out?
I probably wouldn't like XCOM so much anymore because actually there was that game on 360 that was very similar to XCOM, the grid fighting.
Enchanted Arms.
Yeah, didn't like it.
Huh.
So
what about Fallout? Do you remember liking the combat of that?
I loved that.
That was turn-based, but it was a little different.
That was different. That was different than this. But yeah, so there's a grid, and the whole thing is it's almost like you'd almost call it chess-ish, right? Because all you're doing is you're moving your pieces to strategic points.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it's not like chess, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, exactly.
You get certain pieces. There's pieces with ranged attacks. There's pieces with close attacks.
You get heals. You get all this.
Whatever.
This is why I think it's very close to Final Fantasy Tactics because everyone has a different
job. People love
Final
Fantasy Tactics, man. They're fucking obsessed with Final Fantasy.
I loved it on PlayStation 1, but then I tried playing the Game Boy Advance version. I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it.
But if people still love Tactics,
then you love this game.
They probably just eat this game up.
If you can play the Game Boy Advance version of this, you will love this game. But give the game a try, and just go from there. So I'm gonna say
thumbs down for me. But that's more of a limitation of the genre. The execution seemed pretty good, but it
seemed worth $10 if you liked it.
Yeah, but there was no draw for me. I was just 10 minutes in, I could see what the gameplay was like, and I could see that I was having none of it.
Yeah, it's too bad too, because I think because you do that with a few genres, quite a few genres. So it's just eventually there's going to be one of those ones where if you waited a little bit longer and played a little bit longer, you might love it. Maybe, but this isn't going to be it.
This isn't going to be
This is not going to be it.
I can smell quality, right? There's some games where you start playing and it's just even though it's a genre you might not. We've talked about this before, but it's a genre you might not love, but you're like, wow.
Yeah, we should.
This is fucking
remember the last game you knew you weren't going to like, but then ended up liking.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, see,
I can't bust it out right now.
Yeah, I can't bust it out either. But hey, we got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we gotta go. Okay.
So, new games coming out this week. There's actually quite a few.
Yeah. Okay, so starting off with a piece of stinky fucking dog shit right here, which is going to get us hate mail.
Oh, you know. What are you going to do?
Pokemon Battle Revolution. All right, so
on the Wii.
On the Wii, we went and looked at some videos of this game. You got to be fucking kidding me with this.
It's basically the whole DS battle system of fighting Pokemon on your screen with more animations.
Yeah, it's Pokemon Boredom Revolution.
Pokemon like Tedium. Yeah, exactly.
Wow. So you take your little Pokemon characters. Do you have to import them?
I think you do. Well, I think there's a single player version.
Get them.
Yeah, but the point is you're supposed to take your DS and somehow connect it to the thing and.
But I think that you can get Pokemon through single player and do this. So the point is you gather Pokemon, and then you go online to fight people, and it's just like, I pick 2 Pokemon, he picks 2 Pokemon, we play fucking rock, paper, scissors. They're like, this Pokemon, what do you want to do? You got 4 choices. You want to attack? You want to attack a different way? You want to take a shit? You want to run away?
Taking a shit, I heard, causes a lot of damage.
Rape their mom?
That causes a lot of damage.
A lot of damage.
Emotional damage.
And that's it. So you pick your things, then you watch like 10 minutes of fucking animation, and it's like, you know, crap monkey throws a turd. Shitosaurus eats the turd. Countered.
5 health points. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I mean, this is Pokemon. It's Pokemon. If you love Pokemon, you'll love this game, right?
I don't understand you people.
But it's the Wii. But here's the thing. So the cool thing about this game is the fact that it is really the first Wi-Fi game on the Wii.
Yeah.
So you got to give him props for that as far as technologically speaking.
I don't have to give him props for shit.
Why couldn't they made it a game like, I don't know, Super Smash Bros. Or something that people are actually going to play?
Yeah.
You know?
So, they got, what the DS has had for a couple of years on the Wii.
Yeah.
Great job.
Good job.
So,
we won't be playing that.
Fuck this game in its pooper.
Yeah, next game. I'm actually kind of really excited about this game.
The Darkness.
The Darkness. This is
Brother Darkness.
We're treading in bad territory.
Yeah.
So this is The Darkness. And it's based off a comic book, I guess, and there's all sorts of stuff, but it's cool. It's a first-person shooter, and there's you got this big tentacle monsters on your side, the lefty and righty.
As long as you stay in the dark.
In the dark, yeah, and you get all your power, and you lose power when you're in the light, but you devour hearts of the enemies, and they play with them in front of you. It's just
fighting.
And it's neat.
It's cool.
I'm liking it.
It is gory, man. There's a couple of shots where they run into somebody. It's like boom, and you shoot them in the face, and it's just like
And as they fall down, it shows your hand going like this.
Yeah,
shooting down. It's gory. It looks cool. It looks pretty badass.
It looks badass.
Nice.
And it's out today, right?
Mm-hmm. So I think I'm gonna pick it up.
Speaking of games, I'm gonna get. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
So but this is Darkness. I think we're gonna pick it up right away, and we're gonna have hiatus, so we'll review it when we come back. So I don't want to talk too much about it, but there's another game.
Yes, Overlord. Speaking of games we're going to get right, this is a good week.
Oh, yeah.
This is a good week, son.
2 games is a good week.
Yeah.
Buy at launch.
So Overlord we reviewed last week. We reviewed the demo.
Oh, yeah.
So you've heard all about that.
Glowing.
And then it's coming out today. The demo,
yesterday, actually.
Yesterday. The demo was a blast, and it's in stores, and as soon as I leave here recording tonight, I'm going to go buy that shit right up.
Yep. So I think what we'll do is I'll buy The Darkness, you'll get Overlord, we'll swap
it.
And then we'll give a full review in 3 weeks.
Yep.
So next is Carcassonne. I'm really excited about this game. This is yet another board game, a cool board game, kind of like Catan, where they had the Xbox Live. They have kind of one of those uber geeky German or European board games, and they're going to make it 5-player on Xbox Live, 4-player locally.
Oh,
which is really cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
And it looks cool. I mean, I don't know anything about the game except you're putting a bunch of tiles down.
I've never even heard of it. Like, when we were at PAX last year, there had a bunch of people playing table games. I wonder if they had that there. They probably did.
It's a popular game. So I was talking to my resident board game geek here, and he was like, oh, yeah, everybody knows about that game. So I'm like, okay.
Resident virgin expert.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything.
It's so much better than meeting girls.
Well, I'm sure there's a losing your virginity board game somewhere. But yeah, so I'm really excited.
That on the PSP?
Yeah.
Teen Girl Squad or whatever it was.
You couldn't actually lose your virginity. You could do some tongue gymnastics, but that's it. It's unfortunate.
That game's gross.
But those games where you actually do lose your... The games where you do lose your... Dude.
Got muted. Wonder how long I've been muted.
I don't know, but we'll...
Whatever.
Look fine. Okay. So, so basically you didn't hear Tobin's side except through mine, so cool.
GrimGrimoire.
Yes,
GrimGrimoire. So this is a game that Yuzo is going to be excited about, and
not really.
Really?
I'm like curious.
It looks like totally up your alley.
Really?
Well, I mean, you like stupid RTSs.
No, I don't, but I hate RTSs except for Supreme Commander.
Well, okay.
So this one looks like an RTS, but it's got a twist.
This looks like an RTS combined with
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter combined with that game that we played last, Odin Sphere.
Yeah. It's it's a 2D 2D side-scrolling RTS set in a school.
Yeah. I mean, 2D isn't. It's a weird description because everything's 2D, where it's like
2D side.
But it's like it's like from the side, and it's like elevator action, right? So you imagine elevator action,
or Castlevania, or whatever,
and then you're doing resource gathering, and you're spawning people, and they're flying around.
Guys going back and forth to one area of a map, which is just like Command and Conquer, and then you building armies, and you're having them attack somebody else higher up on the screen. I'm
going to go ahead and say it's an elevator action RTS.
I don't know what it is.
It's weird.
It's weird, and I kind of want to play it.
So, right. You play that and let me know, because it's an RTS, so I just like... and then Lost Planet Extreme Condition on the PC.
Yeah, on the PC.
I really liked Lost Planet on the 360. I won't play it again.
No, it's not worth playing again, and I don't know if it'll look that much better. That's what my main worry about it.
Yeah.
I think it'll look somewhat better if you have a really rockin' system.
Yeah.
But you know what? There's not going to be any achievements.
Oh, really?
No, it's Game for Windows, but not Game for Windows Live.
What the fuck kind of distinction is that? I thought the whole point of Games for Windows is achievements. That's it.
No, Games for Windows is a brand to make PC games more console-like. Games for Windows Live is where they're charging you $50 so you can play multiplayer and get achievements.
God damn it! So basically, Games for Windows just means buy Vista or you can't play.
No, I don't think you need Vista for Games for Windows. Oh, maybe you do.
You need it for Live. Games for Windows Live.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe you don't need it for Games for Windows.
So that's why I don't think you need... So I think you can play Lost Planet on XP.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Very confusing.
But in a year...
You guys need to clean this up a little bit.
In a year, everybody will have Vista.
Yeah.
So they don't be a moot point. But right now, it's a little wacky. But did you hear about the stuff that's happening?
What?
Like Shadowrun and Halo 2, they've hacked it to make it work on XP.
Ooh. Can you get achievements?
No. Well, of course not. Because if you're on XP, then you're not going to have that whole other component.
Okay, but you can still play it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty cool.
So,
Could they maybe take away the fucking mushiness on the mouse and make it fun? How about that?
Yeah, just go to 640 by 480. Yeah, Shadowrun.
Look at my one pixel finger.
All right, so
Lost
that is
Planet. So yeah, okay.
It.
And the book club.
The book club. Okay, so last week we're actually going to talk about the game Everything Bad is Good for You.
Yes.
By Steven Johnson. We talked about this a little bit, but I want to kind of really talk about it.
Yeah. So we had people in the forums really digging into this. A lot of people.
There's 8 people that I think bought the book.
Yep. A lot of people went out and bought the book. You
guys rule.
Which is great. This is really good. We wanted to really encourage people. And if you've got book suggestions for future book clubs, bring them to the forums. Email feedback@NooBTooB.com.
Yeah, make sure they're kind of somewhat video game related. Yeah. Because we don't want to just pick random books.
Be like,
because whatever.
There's this new book about dragons and unicorns. It's so good. I love
Harry Potter's 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we don't want any of that. So, this book is all about how today's popular culture is actually making you smarter.
Yes.
Unlike wine, which makes you dumber.
This is status quo for me.
It is.
I like to drink as much as I learn, so I stay just even keel.
All the way through. And, so, I mean, what's his, main thesis for this thing?
So, I think his main thesis is the popular underestimation of media.
Yeah.
So, people, we'll talk mostly about the video game section, but he talks about movies, TV shows, video games.
Those 3. Those are the 3 big.
Those are the big thing. Where he talks about people look down on them. They're like, TV is stupid, games are stupid. People are going on WoW and then throwing their lives away.
Well, he had a great quote I think, from the Surgeon General saying about video games, I can't really say they're too bad, but they're not as good as going out to read a book.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And he talks about how there's actually much more complexity in a video game than in a book.
It's huge. They were saying that...
I'm not saying don't read books. I'm just saying that people talking shit about video games need to really learn what they're talking about.
Well, he was kind of saying how games themselves, and I agree with him a lot, but he says 90% of the time you spend playing games, you're frustrated.
Yes.
You don't know what's going on. You don't know what to do. And the 10% is trying to figure out what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're spending all your time figuring out the rules, and there's no other media like that. You don't sit down with a movie and say, what is the rules of the movie?
Exactly. I mean, good movies will challenge you, but you still know what you're in for.
Yeah.
And this, you get these games where you're everything is not explained. You sit down and
nothing is explained.
It's not like a game of chess where it's like, here are the rules, my goal is to defeat the other person.
Yeah.
You sit down in front of a video game and you're like, my goal is to learn how to play this game.
Yeah, and it's really evident in games like SimCity, in Civilization and all that, where you sit here, you give a city, here you go, right?
There's
you
no
got a
right
couple
answer.
of knobs, you do some stuff, you like zone some stuff, and you do all these different things, and you're spending all of your time like, oh, if I, build this road over here, then there's a lot more traffic.
Yep.
Oh, if I do industrial over here, people like that. And he has that great quote about his nephew.
Yes. So, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So he has a great quote. His nephew was like, he was playing the SimCity, and like his nephew, 7-year-old nephew, comes up behind him and says, I think you should raise the industrial tax by about 7%.
Yes. Which is, I mean, he watches him for a while before he learns this, but that's the point is, it's teaching young minds. I mean, his 7-year-old nephew obviously plays a lot of games, and he is learning problem solving. Like, do you think a 7-year-old 50 years ago would have been able to understand the idea of raising industrial taxes to cause something to happen in a city? I mean, these are real world problem solving, pattern matching abilities.
Can you imagine taking that 7-year-old kid, putting him in a college urban economics class?
Yep.
He just
he
fall
already
asleep.
knows.
But he wouldn't know nothing. He wouldn't be able to learn or figure out anything from that. But you put him in front of kind of a flashy game and say, okay, look, here's all the interactions, here's all the buttons, just play.
Yeah. But the point that I'm making is when he goes into that urban economics class later, these concepts are familiar.
Exactly.
So he's already learned. Exactly. I mean, like when I played video games as a kid, but I didn't play video games of the complexity of today's games. And I remember taking my first economics class in college, and it's like you get supply-demand curves and all these things. I was like, wow, this is really hard. But what if you've been learning, playing all these growing up?
Or like, can you imagine? Like, I can imagine the perfect thing. You played WoW as a kid, and you're making these freaking leather bags and selling them, and then like you're trying to figure out like auctions and like you're getting a freaking like college education in economics playing this freaking game.
This is how you make a living on eBay.
But you're doing it with fake money. Can you imagine if you applied those same skills over to eBay?
And the thing is Yuzo and I have been out in the professional world for years now, and
way too many years.
But the essence of almost every job out there is pattern matching and problem solving.
Oh, especially for the technical work that we do.
For technical work, but I mean, probably in many, many other jobs as well. I mean, I worked as
McDonald's.
Not so much.
Right, yeah.
But the point is any job that uses your brain is going to use the same things that you've learned in these video games. It's just like you get quicker at it. I definitely know that my job, I've gotten better at my job from my video game experience, and that I see a problem like, how do I fix that?
Interesting. So so I've actually gotten amazing experience in games like EverQuest. So I ran a guild with 50 people. So you got to manage this, you got to do time, you got to actually get the list of everybody together. It's social education. So basically, it's a crash course on how to be a leader.
Yeah.
And those same sort of things, like how do you make one person happy if they hate the other person? How do you separate them into different groups? You're using those exact same skills in the workplace all the time.
Absolutely.
And it's like, how else are you going to be able to learn those sorts of things?
And these are the same games that people talk about being isolationist.
Yeah.
Where they say, oh, this guy's stuck in his room. It's like, that guy's stuck in his room.
With 50 other people talking with him.
Exactly. He's learning how to interact with others. He's learning how to organize large groups. He's learning how to work with others to accomplish goals.
A big thing. Like, killing a dragon is not easy in a lot of these games. You have to have coordination. You have to have a lot of strategy. You have to have all this sort of stuff.
Self-control. You have to understand the consequences of your actions.
Yeah. And you have to learn how to deal with people, which is huge.
Yeah, a lot of people that we work with do not know how to deal with people.
Yeah.
That's a skill that many people should learn.
Yeah. So, I mean, we can't say enough good things, but he has a bunch of great examples, a bunch of great quotes, a bunch of great cited sources on backing up a lot of this this great information.
And like we've said before, if you've had these arguments with your parents, with people in public, that if you've talked about, I'm a gamer, this is something that I take very seriously, just like anybody else would say that I collect music or whatever they do.
I play golf all the time. Whatever. I mean,
and then people are just like, oh, you play video games? What a waste of time.
Yeah.
Read this book. A lot of you have already read this book. Really digest what this is, because this gives you a really good way to discuss with people the advantages of popular media. I mean, this is not to say that you shouldn't do it in moderation. You shouldn't play everything for 80 hours. You shouldn't give up your life to watch TV and movies. But there is good stuff coming out of popular media these days, and it's making us better and smarter.
And he also makes a very big distinction about, like, today's media. If you look at, he compares today's media with 20 years ago media. 20 years ago media, there was, like, none of this stuff. But now people are getting to expect 3 different storylines to happen inside of a particular show. All this stuff. Or 8.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, and you're keeping all this stuff in your head, so you actually have to have higher brain functions.
Absolutely.
And it's amazing. So, and the other thing too, like if your mom or your dad is like complaining, like get off the Nintendo or whatever, buy this book for them.
Yes. It's a good gift.
Check it out.
Good gift for mom and dad.
Great gift for mom and dad. So yeah, I think it's great, and please go to the forums and discuss.
Yes, we got a really nice active topic going on about this. A lot of people are picking up this. One guy, I can't remember who it was, but he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to pick this up today. My girlfriend loves to read. We're going to read it and discuss." I'm like, "Oh, thank you. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That is so cool." Like, if the NooBTooB Book Club can encourage people to go out and like have these discussions with each other, that is exactly what we've been aiming for.
Hell yeah! So again, Everything Bad is Good for You, Steven Johnson. Go check it out. Can't recommend it enough. And everybody that has gotten the book and posted things said they loved it. So check it out.
Yeah, NooBTooB Book Club success.
Yes. So I think we're gonna have to figure out the next book.
More games, more books.
Okay, so we have some site news coming up. The first bit of news, of course, we already mentioned on the boards, and we kind of talked about it a little bit, but we're taking a 2-week summer hiatus.
I know you'll miss us.
I know. We'll miss Tobin especially. He's going to be, Tobin gone wild in Europe. He's going to be burying his chest all across the European continent.
We'll bring back pictures of me drunk and topless somewhere in Berlin.
It's going to be so awesome. Are you going to go all over the place?
All over the place. I'm going to Russia. I'm going to Sweden. I'm going to Germany. Going all over.
You should hit up some of our international NooTubers and tell them when you.
If any of you guys live in St. Petersburg or Stockholm or Berlin, drop me an email. No? Not London.
Oh, okay. It's too bad.
Wait, hold on. Stockholm. That's already shit. I already mentioned that. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway,
bunch of places.
So I'm going to a bunch of places. I don't have the list in front of me, but if you guys live in the areas that I've just mentioned and you want to meet up and you got like a cafe, cyber cafe or something, I'll swing by. A bar, any of you that are actually drinking it. Although in Europe it's like 16.
Yeah,
so.
that's true. So maybe even 12, something.
God
places.
damn it. All right, so anyway, yes, we're taking 2 weeks off. There will still be some surprise movies on YouTube, so don't,
We're working on it, and we need your help. We're trying to make a clip show. We're trying to get all the great moments of NooBTooB, and we're trying to put together. So this week, go to the forums and check it out.
Yeah, so go to the forums, or even if you just got some moments that you just absolutely loved, send them to feedback@noobtoob.com, but I'm compiling the clip show before I leave. So you've got like a couple days. So immediately go out, send me some ideas for the clip show. I'm going to put it together. We'll have that while we're on hiatus, and maybe a surprise movie. We'll see.
We'll see. And we also our episode number 50, which will be our 1-year anniversary.
Yes.
Will be coming out the week after. So about the 16th, somewhere around there.
Our first episode was July 16th, 2006. God,
I can't believe that, dude.
So
a year.
Yeah, 1 year.
Wow.
1 year ago then will be our anniversary. So
congrats to us. Let us drink.
To drink to the future. The future!
Okay, so the other item, of course, is about Dig.
Yeah. Here for the Chips.
You rule.
And some other people, actually, have been going to Dig. They have a podcast section now, and I believe that there's actually separate sections for the video and audio. Is that right?
I don't know.
So anyway, there's podcasts on Dig now. If you go to Dig, the podcast section, search for NooBTooB, you can actually dig up individual episodes of NooBTooB.
Yeah, we don't have that many. You guys help us out.
And Here for the Chips, a couple other people went on, and they just dug every episode all the way through there.
Oh, yeah. And they've been posting all the new episodes, too. Because every time we get an episode, they create a new video link, which everybody should go and dig
awesome.
It. Yeah.
We really, really appreciate that. It creates more weight on the web. It creates more interest in the show. The NooBTooB army grows every day by leaps and bounds.
Yes, and we appreciate it.
Yep. Next up, Penny Arcade Expo.
Yeah, so we mentioned it last week. We already have the sticky up, and people are saying, I'm going.
Yes.
So if we get enough interest.
A handful of people that have already said, like, for sure they're going. We're going to have a big meetup. People are already getting excited about the games.
I know.
There's a bunch of tournaments for...
People are saying they're going to bring their own 360s. They're going to bring DSs. So we're going to totally have, like, a gaming session. It's going to be awesome.
People are going to, like, just knock down hotel rooms. Just want to just show up and record live, hopefully.
Yes.
That's going to be tricky. There's a bunch of savages in a room while we're trying to record an episode. May or may not go well, but we're going to give it a shot.
We'll give it a try.
Yes.
Hopefully they sell Delicado box wine up there.
Yes.
We'll need a lot.
I'm going to take a box in the bag. Just throw it in the backpack.
That's awesome.
And if any of you are actually old enough to go to a bar, we'll have a NooBTooB drinking night, but it sounds to me like a lot of people are not.
Yeah, I think under 20 is the thing. But it's August 24th through 26th, so mark your calendar, go to the forum.
Make your plans.
It is the best gaming convention ever.
It is.
Okay.
And it's pretty much the only one, so.
Yeah, well, there's E3, or there's E for everyone.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
nobody's checked that out yet. So August 24th, go check it out. Reserve your hotel room, get your tickets.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna do that this week, and we'll give we'll let you know what's up. Hell yeah, we got a ton of voicemails.
We got a great number of voicemails this week.
How are we doing on time?
We got plenty of time. 20 minutes. Okay, so Aethes, you're up first, sir.
This is Aethes. Question for Yuzo and Tobin. how many games do you guys own? Because after last episode where you said you accidentally bought that really crappy racing game, thought occurred to me of how many crappy games did you buy, and you must have a slew of games. So out of every system, how many games do you guys own? That's it. Bye.
No Yao.
Oh, no Yao.
Yeah, so a lot.
A lot. So generally what I tend to do is I tend to try to sell my games about a month after I buy them, just so that I have enough money to keep on buying new games. But I've been really bad. I haven't sold games for maybe 5 or 6 months.
Yeah, me too.
So I have about, I don't know, maybe 10 to 15 360 games.
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah, that you need to sell.
Like a shitload of PS2 games. I still have Okami I need to sell.
I probably, at my house, own on the order of 120 games.
Really?
Yeah. I'm saying, like, including...
Oh, all your old PS2 games, yeah. Because you never sold those. You never
exactly.
Sold those,
I mean, like, I kept my PS2 games around. I got a bunch of DS games, got my Wii games. I try and every once in a while, maybe every couple months, I go and I take games. I'm like, I'm never going to play this again, and I either give them to my brother or go on eBay and try and sell them, which kind of is a hassle.
It is a bit of a hassle for the price you get sometimes, but
a lot of games.
Yeah, I know. I'm probably not up to 100. I'm probably more like 50 or 60, and it's kind of spread around. But
our habit is very expensive. This is an expensive show. I gotta tell you.
Yes, donations accepted.
Yeah. Donations accepted. All right, so Bane Drain, which apparently Bane Drain, I'm not sure.
What's up, guys? This is Bane Drain from the forums. My question is, what do you guys think about people that get together on live to play games that don't have a lot of people playing the multiplayer component anymore, and they'll play an entire day together to help each other get all the multiplayer achievements without actually playing some real matches? I know Tobin, he's a bit of a achievement whore, so have you guys ever done that, or would you ever do that just for some achievement points? Alright, dude, get back to me on that. Peace.
Dude, you're a whore, but I don't think you're that big of a whore.
I'm not that big of a whore.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but what he's basically talking about is you get these achievements where it's like, say the achievement's like win 20 multiplayer matches.
Or kill or headshot somebody for 20 times. 20
Headshots is a good example because then you can just get your buddy headshot,
over and over again,
do it, get the achievement, and it looks very impressive on your gamer's tag. I'm not down with that, really.
It's kind of boring.
It is kind of boring. And honestly, that's what it is for me. Like, I wouldn't say that I'm morally opposed to it, because I like achievements. It's more that I'm not playing for the achievements, right? Like, I want to play a game. So if it's going to take me an hour of headshotting somebody, even if you're just sitting there standing still, that's not playing a game. That's running like a fucking gerbil in a wheel. Right.
So you haven't done that with any of the games? I mean, you'll rent crappy games and play crappy games,
but I'm playing the game.
Yeah, you're actually playing. So I don't think you'll do anything.
I'm just saying
repetitive.
I won't do something. I mean, I won't even, like, on games that I don't like that much, where they'll be like, play 50 matches. It's like, I could just sit there and watch TV and start 50 matches.
But yeah,
I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
I will get achievements where I'm willing to do the gameplay to get them.
Yeah. So
even if it's kind of crappy, as long as I'm doing something.
So what did we do? So the only times we really played together to do it, I think we did it with Cameo once. I think we did it. Oh, we did it with Guitar Hero, definitely.
Sure.
But I'm just saying we
but
got
together.
We
weren't sheeping it.
Yeah, no, I just think it's kind of lame.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you're going to be doing
Crackdown, they had ones that were fun, where it's like, like you were talking about before, where it's like you and your buddies would like stack up cars and like try and fucking jump on stuff.
Or get in a car and like throw me through the ring.
The hoop. That's just
kind of cool. That's neat.
You're not cheap in the game,
and you're not doing something repetitive over and over that's boring for hours. Because I mean, is achievement really worth it? Because I think, at least with me, achievements are only worth it when I've earned them.
Yeah.
If I've earned them by cheating, like I kind of feel a little ashamed of it. You know what I mean? If somebody says, "Oh, dude, you got that one," I'm like, yeah. I wouldn't like that feeling.
I definitely don't have the moral stance that you do. Like, if it was an easy achievement to get, I'd probably get it.
You're just lazy.
I'm just lazy. Like, Yuzo's the morality side. He's more of the pure gamer, and I'm just more of the
white angel, and Tobin's the red lazy angel.
Yeah, I'm the black angel over here. I'm just like, fucking do it. It'll only take 10 seconds.
But no,
nobody'll know.
You'll feel bad.
No. But yeah, it's just I play games to enjoy myself, and as soon as the game gets tedious, that is not what I'm playing for, and I'll just quit.
And you know what's funny though? Like some of the achievements that are actually supposedly fun to get or like hard to get, you'll still see as tedious and you won't do them.
Sure, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like even playing a game or doing whatever, right? I mean,
Yep.
It's too bad.
But then there's some achievements people would think are tedious as hell, like collecting a bunch of stuff or whatever that I might do because I love it. Yeah. I love the collecting. Although I didn't do all the orbs. There's been several people on the forums that are like, I got all 500 agility orbs. I'm like, you are out of your goddamn mind.
Why didn't you do the orbs? You love collecting shit. What was it about the orbs that you didn't like in Crackdown?
I don't know. I mean, like, the thing is it's just exploring every nook and cranny. Like, a lot of the things that I like about exploring would be finding secret passages or whatever, but I mean, this was just basically...
looking in every crack,
I just knew that I would get to the point where I had, like, 490 out of 500, and it would just involve another 10 hours of exploring, or even worse, looking up a map online and checking every point.
Yep.
No.
So I think I got, like, 300 or 350 agility orbs, and then I broke out the map, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like... No.
Yeah. I did shit like, on the Ratchet and Clank games, I went back and got all the golden bolts. Because you can buy cool weapons.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's hard.
You're right, it's hard, but it's not like you're like just retracing steps over and over again.
Exactly.
It's kind of like, with Super Mario Land, those sort of things where you're getting all the, the red coins or any of that stuff. That's actually fun.
Exactly.
Because you have to solve puzzles to get to those areas.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
Standard stuff, forget it.
Okay, so Xmas Carol.
The Scott.
Hey NooBTooB, this is Xmas Carol from the forums. I was just wondering what you guys thought about Manhunt 2 being banned in the UK. Do you think the BBFC have a right to refuse to rate it? Or do you think it's wrong that they're trying to censor what we gamers are allowed to play because they think that we're going to see something violent and then we're going to go out and imitate it? I personally think that if they ban one game, it's just going to be game after game after game, and it's going to be a very, very dangerous path we're going down. You never know, maybe video games on a whole will get banned in a few years' time. Let's hope that doesn't happen, but yeah, what do you guys think? Alright, thanks.
I would have thought he would have had more of a thicker Scottish accent.
Yeah, as has been said many times in this show before, and it's come up in many discussions, I'm a libertarian, and I feel that the government has absolutely no right to do this. This is something that the government should have no say in, that any media that people produce, whether you want to rate it or not, it is up to people, it is up to parents to decide. Like, I don't feel... I mean, I know this is a rather controversial viewpoint, but I don't feel that the people that create media have any responsibility for people's behaviors that consume it.
I think you're right, because I think that all the studies have shown that no matter how violent or anything like that, it has very little to no effect on people's things. And if you think about it, the rise of video games, people have been playing video games much more in the past 20 years, and the amount of violent crime has decreased.
Exactly.
So, I mean, the correlation just isn't there.
Yeah, so what's the thing? Do people used to read novels and then go stab people? What the fuck?
No, I mean, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want, like, an 8-year-old reading Playboy necessarily. It's just
but that is his parents' responsibility.
Exactly.
You as a parent decide what the children play and buy, and that is your job. It's not the government's job. It's not anybody's business, but...
So here's a point. So they were talking about London. So in London and Scotland, I believe, they banned it. You cannot buy it.
That's unfucking believable.
In the U.S., it's different.
They gave it a really shitty rating.
They gave it an AO rating, which they haven't done with very many games. So with the AO rating, you're okay with it.
See, that's tricky.
By your logic.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean...
because the parents can see the AO, they won't let them play, everything's all fine.
Exactly. The only problem with that is that then you get people like Walmart or other stores where they're just like, we won't carry an AO.
Then it's censorship.
I mean, the thing is Walmart has a right as a store to decide what to carry. It just, I mean,
So that's libertarian as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, as long as it's not the government interfering, I have no problem with it.
And this is the S or B saying this is AO. This is Walmart saying I won't sell an AO. Right. This is Nintendo saying I won't license an AO.
Right.
And that's okay with you.
Exactly, it is. I mean, like I will say it sucks, but I won't say it's wrong.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that's the thing, and what's happening in Europe, in London, is wrong. The government has absolutely no fucking business telling people what they can and can't see or play.
They can say the things that will help, hurt you for health reasons, like drugs or whatever, potentially. But for things that are not proven...
I mean, don't even get me started on that.
Let's not get started there. But I mean, right, like whatever, heroin or whatever, right? I mean, like, there's certain rules out there that kind of make sense socially speaking, but this one, for video games at least, there's no real proven causation of bad things.
There's no science.
But there's a lot of hype.
Yes.
And I think governments that give into hype are wrong.
Yep.
Now, frankly, though, I mean, Manhunt, I want to make a stand. I want to say, but I just kind of wish it wasn't Manhunt, because Manhunt's like, kind of a crappy game.
Yeah.
It's not very fun. You know they're doing it just to get publicity, so you know they're going to try to make money off this somehow.
Yeah.
So there's all those components that make it really hard for me to say, oh, I'm going to stand on my soapbox and do this. If it was something like Grand Theft Auto, where there's a little more artistic. You know what I mean?
I mean, the thing is freedom is kind of like a chain. You know, you can't break any links of the freedom chain because it's just freedom chain. It's just, I mean, you can't do it. You can't, even if it's a shitty game, that's the same reason that people, like, have to go out and defend the right of neo-Nazis to say what they believe.
Well, right, first they came for so-and-so.
Exactly.
I understand that fact.
It does suck that it's that game.
I think it sucks that it's
too bad that it wasn't like Bully or something, because people so misunderstood Bully. They didn't realize that it was actually a moralistic tale about
well, but the whole hubbub just died down, right? There's no thing. So, you know, with Manhunt, I'm just like, I don't agree with it. I don't wish they did it. I think it's censorship. I think there's no reason for them to do it, because you know what? People that have played Manhunt 1, they say Manhunt 1 was worse. So you know it's like, it's not any, it's political. It's not any substantive.
And that's the other thing, is if you ban shit, that only increases the demand for it.
Yeah, unless of course you can't sell it. Yeah, right. That's a difference. But I think in general we disagree, but it just kind of sucks for various reasons.
Disagree.
Yeah, it just sucks. It's freaking Manhunt.
Everything should be legal. Okay, so Jadis.
Hey NooBTooB, this is Jadis from the forums. I was wondering if Atheist and I, along with our friends, if we hosted a LAN, would you two attend? I was also wondering if it's possible to set up some sort of NooBTooB LAN, because just talking on the IRC, I found about 3 or 4 others who also live within about an hour or 2 of our general area, and I thought it would be really cool to play games in person.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Oh, where's the Yow? Oh,
where's our Yow?
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Oh yeah. So we're in the Bay Area. So I think it's kind of cool that we have a few listeners in the Bay Area, which is nice. And I think if you set up a LAN party and invite us, we will. I mean, I'll come.
Absolutely. So he said that he lived up in Redwood City, which is
real close
really
to us.
Close
Super
to us.
Close.
I would love this. I would love to get together with some people, do a LAN party. I haven't done that for a while. If it's a NooBTooB themed LAN party, even better, but it doesn't have to be, because we're just down with gaming.
Yeah.
And
PC gaming, console gaming, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody should bring the Wii.
And we're not even that good.
No. As a matter of fact, we kind of suck.
We'll show up, there'll be a bunch of like fucking 20-year-olds just like, what's up, bitch?
Yeah.
Headshot!
Can you imagine like Counter-Strike with a bunch of kids?
I figure what's just going to happen is I'm going to show up with a box of wine.
Yeah, and then after that, who cares?
I'm just going to get drunk and start punching people who shoot me. They'd be like, got you! I'm like, got you!
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, we love the idea.
And I think just NooBTooB LAN parties in general, especially if there's a nice concentration, go and set one up, go there, do it, and we'll totally endorse it.
Fuck yeah, and up at PAX, we're actually going to do some NooBTooB-themed DS parties.
Yeah.
You can't really drag your PC up there, but
I think there's some local people. There's people saying that live in Redmond, they live in here. If they can somehow get a hotel room or bring their consoles over, that'd be pretty badass.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll totally do it. I think we're really excited. I guess Counter-Strike would be a good game.
Yep.
Maybe some RTSs maybe for Tobin.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be awesome.
Keyblade King.
We got a lot.
What's up, NooBTooB? This is the Keyblade King from San Jose, California. Whoa. I was just wondering what you guys thought about the new game coming out in July, Guitar Hero Encore Rock the 80s. It's coming only for the PS2, not on the 360, and I hate to break it to you, Tobin, but that means no achievements. So, yeah, I just wanted to know what you guys thought about it, and if you plan on buying it. So, yeah, that's it. Ow!
Yes! I need the yow!
San Jose and the Hizzy.
Yeah, that's right down the street from us.
Yes.
I actually haven't checked out the song list for this yet.
So they have quite a few. Some good stuff like...
song list for Guitar Hero 3 is sick.
Sick good or sick?
Good.
Really? Because
there's been
a
bunch of songs in there that like there was some shit by Muse that was really good. They got Cult of Personality.
Living Colours. That's gonna be nice.
There was a couple other ones. I mean, like they had a good song set up for Guitar Hero 3. I'm not sure with this.
So there's like
Holy
the Go-Go's. We got the Beat. Quiet Riot. Poison will be fun.
Turning Japanese.
Yeah, that'll be
awesome.
good. The Vapors. Turning Japanese.
Heat the Moment's good.
Faster Pussycat. Flock of Iran. So far away.
She's only 17. Yeah. 18 in life. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
That'll be good.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, Oingo Boingo. That will be really, really interesting. Only a Lad. That'll be good. So actually, there's enough songs in here. 4 times 6, 24, maybe 30 total.
Okay. So the answer is yes. I'm gonna get this game.
But dude, it's all gonna be on PS2. There's no achievements, and you can't use the great 360 controller.
Yeah. So here's the thing: is I think that if they've already done the work, they're gonna release this on 360.
But how do you know they're not going to charge like $6 for 3 songs where you're going to end up spending $80 for downloadable content?
It's true, I don't. But I really think that they're going to release it as either downloadable content or a separate game for the 360, and I'll probably wait for that.
I don't know if I can wait.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can either.
Because think about it, right? It's July. There ain't shit coming out in July.
Dick.
And we're gonna need something, and we're doing NooBTooB, so I think we have to. So it'll suck. We'll probably share it or something, but
well, I mean, it's gonna be awesome, but it's just gonna be sad because then it's gonna come out again on 360, and I have to play it again.
I know. I want to sell my my Guitar Hero, my PS2 Guitar joysticks though.
Yeah.
I don't use them anymore.
Yeah.
Damn you! So because of Activision and frickin' Neversoft. Yeah. They're gonna fuck up Guitar Hero 3. I know it. They're gonna fuck it up.
I know it looks bad. It really does. It doesn't look good.
Boss battles?
Broken strings. They've just shat all over the game franchise
already without even it being released.
It looks terrible.
Yeah, it
makes me angry.
But Rock Band, dude, did you see the new drums?
No.
They have pictures of the drums.
Are they awesome?
So it's like a drum kit. It's like bam, bam, and they got pedals.
That's nice.
And the guitar. Have you seen the guitar?
No. Shit, we got 3 minutes.
Oh shit. Okay. Well,
all right, we'll do one more.
What
should we do?
The video, yeah.
The video. Okay, here's a video. Oh shit, there's a video.
Hey guys, it is Brendan. I'm Brendan from Chicago, and my name on the forums is Twa. Yeah. I want to know what you think MMOs are going to go from here. Like they have Warcraft, and how about I want to know what you guys think is next, which people are going to be like freaking out about and they're going to play for 15 hours a day, or if you think that they're going to stick with the magic and spells and stuff. Yeah, that was my question. Yep, so thanks for taking my question, and I'll see you guys around. Yow!
God, it looks like he's really scared, like he's using the family computer when
it
shouldn't
does
be.
appear that way. So I think, honestly, the future of MMOs is going to be very much like there or any of these Second Lives.
It'll be mainstream. It'll be everybody. Your mom will be doing it. Everybody doing it. It'll be awesome.
Yep. So sorry we can't spend more time on that. Maybe we'll return to it another time. Listener homework. We have, do you use character customization? So when you play a game, do you make some weird fantasy character that doesn't look like you, or do you try and make it look exactly like you? Go to the forums and discuss it. We have a good a discussion from this by Sunflower. He's got some pictures he likes to play as himself. I do not, but I'll talk about that in the forums. Come on over and join us.
And make sure, the big thing is take pictures of what characters you do make and post them to the forums.
For real. All
right, our Retro Gaming Club again is Jet Set Radio Future.
Best fucking game ever. Go play it right now. It's like $10 in the bargain bin.
It's on the Xbox, just so you know. It is not backwards compatible, which sucks.
That blows.
Yeah. All right. I think it might be it.
That is it for the week. Check out our website at NooBTooB.com and participate in our forums by clicking the big forum tab right here. Also, call into our toll-free voicemail at 888-233-8480 or send an audio or video file to feedback at NooBTooB.com and be featured on the show.
Also, be sure to subscribe to our audio and video podcasts on iTunes right off the front page. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, make sure you click the orange subscribe button over here, and then also punch Tobin's junk with 5 stars right now! We have a MySpace profile also called NooBTooB. Add us as friends. That's it. I am Yuzo Watanabe.
And I am Tobin Kozire. Audio engineering for NooBTooB is done, as always, by Range Pippi Longstocking Strunk. So thanks for listening. We'll see y'all next week. We're out! Bye-bye!
Okay, a little shotgun. Can you do a machine gun?
No.
Oh, I can't do it.
You're gonna vomit everywhere. Just be like, check this out.
Oh, my laptop.